Hello, St. James. This is number 2 in my little Italian part series. We're going to do a baked Italian sausage. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with these. We're going to cook 2 packages of these 10 links. It's Tarantino mild Italian sausage from Costco. Only runs about $2 a pound. I'm telling you, I've tried them all. I've gone to Gelson's and spent $10, $11 a pound. These are better. They have just the right amount of fat content. They're perfect. So what I'm going to do on this one is take 2. I'll cut this like this. Okay? I'll take 2 like that. I'm showing you this because I want you to see how easy this is, okay? So I'm going to take these like this, okay, just like this. Just cut them like that. Put them like this, just like this. Okay? Same thing here. Cut that. Couple more right there. I think I'm going to squeeze these in here somehow. I don't know how we're going to fit them, but we'll make them work. I'll move these over. And I like to leave enough room for them, so it's going to be a little tight, but they'll work. It'll work, because I'm going to undercook these a little bit. Now I'm taking these, put them in a 400 degree. Normally I do 350 at the church. This oven's a little weaker, so I'm going to do 400 degrees for about 15 minutes inside, until the inside's about 160, 165, and then I'm going to finish them in the sauce. That's the way we do it. Now we'll cut up some onions and peppers in just a second. Okay, so I have 2.5 pounds of sausage that I've got in the oven baking at 400 degrees. I've got a little saute pan here, a little higher end one, or higher sides, just so there's not as much splatter. Little olive oil in there. I'm going to cut the onions totally different this time. Because remember, what I'm doing to them now is we're going to use them for sausage and peppers. So real simple, cut them in half, just like that. Go this way with them like that. I use 2 onions, 2.5 pounds of sausage, and I've got about a pound of peppers too. So I'm just going to take these in here, toss them like that. I'll show you a close-up in just a second. You'll see these will cook down a lot anyway. And then what we're going to do, the key with sausage and peppers is making sure that you let the sausage finish up in my opinion at least, in the sauce. It just adds a little different flavor. When you go to some of these fairs, they don't always do that. They just take it off the barbecue and it's fine. But I like it this way. It just ends up a little nicer. It's a lot of onions, but I promise you it'll cook down and not much when we're all done. Okay. Then I'm going to cook the peppers, and just these are the simple peppers here. I'm just going to cut them like that. I'm going to leave them like that, just in half. I'm not going to show you all of them because I don't want to take all the time up. Cut the edges off. These are the sweet peppers, the sweet minis that we buy, Costco, Trader Joe's, Smart and Final, those places, and cut them in half and just pop them in there. I'm going to season this as we go. So I just have the onions in here actually now, not the peppers. I just want to do them a little differently. Salt, pepper, okay? Okay. Then I'm going to stir those around real nice. I'm going to let these cook for, probably 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to cover them for just a second. I got plenty of oil in there, and then I'll put the peppers in. So I'm just going to cut these peppers like this. You see, nice and small like that. I'm going to throw them all in there. I'm going to actually use all of these peppers real quick. And remember, these are the mini peppers that you find. Let me turn the light on. I love the informality of this. And then I'm going to just cut them in half like that. Just got to be careful when you cut these, because peppers can be a little slippery on the outside. You don't want to cut your hands. So we're going to throw those in, leave those for a little bit. And once they're, I'm going to saute the onions and peppers for probably about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to take the sausage out of the oven, and then I'm going to cut the sausage on the bias in half. I'll show you, and I'll mix it together with the sausage, the peppers and onions. Okay, so here's what they look like. I actually forgot, folks, to show you how I cut them, but they came out about 20 minutes in the oven. Had cooked the peppers and onions for about 20 minutes, and this is what they look like here finished. Now, I'm going to put a few of the sausage in the sauce too, but this is peppers, onions, sauteed for 20 minutes, and then the sauce added to it, which really is nice. Then you just let it enjoy that wonderful flavoring of the peppers and onions, and I'll tell you, and then you put it on a nice roll. It's spectacular. So that's it. And I've got my sauce cooking here. You can see that. It's all done there. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you soon at church. Bye-bye. Hello again. Just as a really quick follow-up, because I was making this for a friend of mine who just had a stroke, can't cook in Corona del Mar, and I thought I might as well film this, which is great. And it's an add-on to the shells that we've done, the sauce that we did earlier in the day. But these are jumbo shells, so it's really, really simple. You start off with ricotta. It's in here, which is that Italian cheese. I add 1 egg, some parsley, salt, pepper, about a half. I used a pound of ricotta, half a pound of Parmigiano Reggiano, and half a pound of mozzarella. Half a cup, I'm sorry, of Parmigiano Reggiano and half a cup of mozzarella. Take the pan here. This is for Richard and Golda right here, so I'm doing that small one. And all we do here is take this. I spread this like this, and just take the spoon like that and put it in there. It's a little bit messy, you know, but it's wonderful. And then you just set them in there one at a time. It's, again, a little messy, but it's fun to do with the kids, with your spouse. Just pop it in there. Do about a spoon, maybe a spoon and a half. And we're going to fill the whole tray. Okay, so now you can see I have the whole tray filled here. I'm going to take the sauce and put it over this here like this. This is the sauce we made earlier, the tomato-based sauce. There's so much of it left. You want to leave it so you can still see the shells, you know. They're not totally covered. And then I'm going to take some of the mozzarella here that I have, put it on top like that. Like that. Make a little bit of a mess, why not? And then I'm going to take the Parmigiano Reggiano that I have, which I ground up a little tighter, and just pop it on the top there. And so you have it. Stuffed shells with a beautiful homemade sauce, Parmigiano Reggiano, and mozzarella on top. Bon appetit. Okay, so we're going to cover it with Reynolds non-stick foil, dull side down. Okay, then we're going to put it in the oven, 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, let it cook up really nice. And then we're all set. So here's the final of the jumbo shells stuffed with ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmigiano Reggiano. There's one for my friend Richard and Golda, and then one for Stacy and I. This is about 12 shells each. That can probably feed about 4 to 5 people total, and it's with 1 pound of ricotta, and I went over the ingredients earlier. 30 minutes in the oven, and then about 7 or 8 minutes uncovered. And also, real quick, this is the peppers and onions. They're just sort of simmering, if you will, heat off. They're going to be spectacular. I'll drain off a little excess liquid, and then we'll have those in rolls a little bit later. Amazing. Bon appetit. It's been such a pleasure talking with everybody at St. James today. Look forward to more classes in the future. Bon appetit.